Hey everybody, wanted to give you an update on your donations for Brian's PTF fund.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really appreciates it. We really appreciate it. We raised, you guys helped us raise $265 yesterday, which is obviously not our goal of what we need, but it's a good start, and we wanted to, as a thank you, we wanted to make a video to show you exactly what we're going to do with that money. And by the way, the foundation that we're doing is called Phoenix Trials Foundation, and this is what we do. We, one person at a time, are going to help create GoFundMe accounts, help get the medicine needed, help teach how to make the medicine, and this is all perfectly legal, in case anybody was wondering that as well. But the method that we're using to make this oil is called Rick Simpson oil. It's Rick Simpson's method of making hemp oil, and I definitely suggest, if you're going to make it at home, and I suggest that you do, that you follow his instructions specifically. And so if you go to phoenixtears.ca, you can find everything you need as far as information on how to make this oil and all the benefits that go along with it as well. But all the credit goes to Rick Simpson, and he is the inspiration behind the foundation, which is going to be helping people like Brian. So we are following the instructions that we saw in the video, and I wanted to show you, this is a receipt. So Gabe, if you could come a little closer and zoom in on this receipt real quick. It shows what we use the money for. So it was $64 for 7 grams, okay? And there's 28 grams in an ounce. So we bought an ounce, and I actually got a discount because it's the second time I went in there, and dispensaries give you a discount, you know, first or second time you go in. It's a big money game. It should not be this expensive. This is a crop that should cost $10 for a bundle. You know, a whole kilo should cost $10. It's a farming crop. It's ridiculous that it costs this much money, but it does. So you can see how much it costs to actually get the medicine. And what we're going to do, it looks like this. It comes in these packages of 7 grams each. So Brian's going to open these up. We're actually making this out of blockhead, a blockhead strain. What we're looking for is something that is an indica, because it's more sedative. It's more medicinal, whereas something on the sativa side is going to be more energetic, which it still could be okay, except when you're trying to treat somebody with an illness, you don't necessarily want them to be more energetic, you want them to be more sedative and basically. And so that's why we try to go with the indica strain. We also want to make sure that it's as close to 20% as possible. This one is actually a little over 20%, which is nice. That percentage is THC, by the way. So we're looking for a nice high percentage of THC so that when we make our oil, it comes out to be around 90% THC in the oil. That doesn't say that the 2% that's left over, that's other things, the terpenes and all the other cannabinoids that are in there are very important, even though they're only 1 or 2%. They play a huge role in what we're trying to do. They call it the entourage effect. And so if you're trying to treat cancer, or in this case, a pulmonary disease called MAC, you want it to be up there. You want the medicine to be effective. And just go in with his fingers and break it up. Kind of rub. He's going to rub the trichomes off of the flower material. The trichomes are what contain all of the cannabinoids, the THC, everything that's good for it. And so our goal is to not have any of the alcohol left at the end of this process, because we're using it as a solvent. So we don't really want it to be there when we ingest it. This is going to be a lot better.
Now, one thing Rick Simpson points out is that, obviously, that this the capabilities of the bud and the oils will neutralize any kind of poisons within the solvents themselves. So,
right,
it's not going to be a problem.
All right, so now we're going to strain it out. So let's throw a little bit more solvent in there.
Okay. Go ahead. Where do you want me to?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right, so we have done the first wash, kind of rubbed out all the trichomes. We've got like a greenish solvent going on here. Just gonna dump all this organic material into the filter here, into the funnel filter. And we're gonna do another wash on this material, but we just want to separate the bulk of it here. Wash number 2. Otro más. Okay, so that was the second wash. Same procedure. We're gonna filter out the organic material. And we're left with a solvent hemp oil solution. And all that's really left is to cook off all the alcohol, and we're left with the resin from the plant. Something that's important about the rice cooker, which we'll talk about maybe more out there, but when we go outside, is the temperature. We don't want it to get above 300 degrees Fahrenheit, because then it will damage the cannabinoids. And we want to make the most potent medicine possible. We want all the cannabinoids in there. So we're going to use a rice cooker because it doesn't go, it shuts off before it gets that hot. So it might take a little longer, but it keeps the medicine safe. So transfer this over to a smaller vessel. Hurry. Okay, so now this one's going to take longer. We're going to strain out all the finer materials. So we're going to use coffee filter. Probably multiple coffee filters.
Yep.
Get it close with this. You can see these are the two filters we used already, and you can see all of the sand and other things that the filters take away. So, wash number 3. So we added more isopropyl alcohol to the organic material, and I let it sit for a little bit longer this time. And I'm going to do the same process and strain it out and make the oil, but this oil is going to be a lot lower grade because it's the third wash. So we're going to use it for like a lotion. Problem solved. Alright, so this would be the first thing to go in the rice cooker. Alright, so we're taking the solvent solution with the resin extract, we're adding it to the rice cooker. Again, we use the rice cooker because we don't want it to heat up above 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That would burn off too many of the terpenes and the cannabinoids that we really need for medicine. It's very important that we use a fan because the alcohol fumes that come off of this are flammable, so we don't want them to get into any of the electrical wiring down here and cause a fire. And we don't want to be smoking around this, of course, so we're going to blow it all out here. This should take anywhere between, 3 to 8 hours, depending on how much you have. This honestly is the first time we've done this, so we'll let you know at the end of the video here how long it actually takes, but now we wait. She don't smoke over here. Shut up.
This is a syringe with about close to 4 grams.
Just about 4 grams. I actually have some that I couldn't get in the syringe that I have on some wax paper in the freezer right now, and it's probably enough to bring us to 4 grams. So pretty sure we've got about 4 grams, which makes it $55 to $60 per gram for this much medicine. Bryan needs to take a gram a day for 60 days. So we have 4 days worth of medicine. We need more days worth of medicine, obviously. So that's the reason for the GoFundMe campaign. He's going to go through a 60-day gram a day treatment, and we're trying to again fight a lung infection, a pulmonary disease that threatens his life. It's an autoimmune caused disease, but it's a bacterial infection, and this is strong enough to kill MRSA. It's the best antibacterial out there, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, anti-tumoral, anti-cancer, anti-sick drug that there is. Now we're going to talk about dosing. So again, he's going to do a gram a day, which means that he's going to take 1/3 of a gram in the morning, 1/3 of a gram in the afternoon, and 1/3 of a gram right before bed. For the average person, if you started with that kind of dosing, you would be knocked out for quite a long time. You have to build up a tolerance. So Bryan already has a tolerance built up because we've been taking marijuana in other ways. We've just now been able to make the oil, so this will be the first time that we're making our own oil and taking it. But yeah, he's going to be able to start hopefully at a higher dose. If you were doing it, you would want to, again, go to ricksimpson.ca and look up how the dosing would work for you. It would obviously start a lot slower, but
Is it Phoenix Tears as well? Phoenix Tears.ca.
oh, is it or PhoenixTears.ca? I think it is both. PhoenixTears.ca and RickSimpson.ca. Not .com because it's
for Canada.
Canada, yeah. So, so Brian's gonna do a dose right now, and we're gonna monitor the effects that the dosing has on him. That's good. That's still probably less than 30 gram, but
All right, so we're going to just take that.
Yeah.
Eat it.
yep, that's it. So another way that you can take it is because it gets really hard when it cools off, so you can just like wipe it off on your finger, and you can rub it off on your teeth and drink cold water, and it hardens, and then you can just swallow it like a pill. All right, guys, this is it. 4 grams Rick Simpson oil costs us $220. Your donations directly into medicine that Bryan can take now for 4 days. Please share the story. Please, if you can, donate more as we go on. This is going to be a 60-day campaign to make sure he has enough medicine. Our foundation, the Phoenix Trials Foundation, is trying to raise money separately outside of Bryan's personal GoFundMe to help make up any gaps that he doesn't have for medicine. So we really appreciate just getting the story out there, sharing it with your friends, sharing it with people who maybe understand that cannabis is something that is a human right, and it heals us, and it's been taken away from us, and it's all right to have it, and this is perfectly legal what we're doing here. Bryan has his medical card. He goes and buys this himself from your donations. He makes his own medicine at home. He doses himself. Perfectly legal. All right, so about an hour and a half ago, Bryan took what we think is a little less than 1/3 of a gram of the medicine. Just want to see how he's feeling. Want to check in. For the average person, they would probably be sleeping right now. How do you feel?
I feel good. My body feels a little bit euphoric. I don't really feel sleepy. It has a kind of a calming effect on me, but definitely not drowsy at this point. So,
Does that have an effect on your peripheral neuropathy?
yeah, my feet, my hands, that's where the neuropathy is the worst. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Normally, my feet are always tingling. It feels like spasms, lightning kind of in my feet at all times, and my legs. Right now, it just feels kind of numb and a little bit tingly, but not too bad. So the pain, the negative sensations through the neuropathy have definitely diminished at this point.
Great. You know, one of the reasons why we're making this video, and obviously we're doing this to help Bryan heal, but also for other people who may be considering this kind of a treatment, who are in desperate need of it, maybe a little bit afraid or not sure about the information. We're just trying to get some stuff out there and trying to show you what it's like, to actually go through the process. So, like I said, keep an eye on us. We're going to keep an update on this stuff. We're going to continue to raise money for Bryan so he can continue to have the medicine he needs. And that's it.
And at the end of the term, hopefully we'll have some good results on the MAC, the microbacterial infection that's in my body. We'll be able to measure that through CT scans. We have a benchmark already established, and now at the end of the treatment regimen, we'll be able to go ahead and do another CT scan in comparison where I stand with the MAC. So stay tuned, everybody. More to come.
Once again, thank you for your donations.
Yes, thank you so much. Without you, none of this would be possible. So thank you so much.